trade or cut week 6 of the NFL season coming up, and you probably got your waiver wires running tonight, or maybe you're just looking to make some free pickups later on this week. Let's talk about some players that you should be cutting. But fellas, over 4,000 subscribers.
Yes.
I bet our partners over at Manscaped are very happy about that. Some views.
No,
getting
stocks
to check out
through the
products.
roof.
Yes. We're selling a lot of Lawnmower 4.0s from Manscaped. Go check them out. Promo code BOX. Going to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping over at Manscaped. You know what, boys, I love that this thing has a little flashlight on it too. We just know what we're doing.
It is a nice little addition there.
Yeah.
You can play around in the dark.
Definitely don't have that with the the regular, whatever, my Gillette razor or whatever.
Oh, don't say the G word. Yeah.
The G word.
Well, hack away with that thing. I would never hack away with the Lawnmower 4.0. If you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. We're always happy to answer your questions. If this video gets 200 likes, we're going to give away $25 of site credit on OwnersBox to 2 people that comment down below. Ooh. So like and comment, and you'll be entered to win.
It's free money for such an easy task.
Yeah, and I did you guys check out the winning lineup? I don't know who they had.
I haven't seen the winning lineup yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I would assume Mike Williams might be in there.
There's a couple
Josh
quarterbacks
Allen,
that
probably.
could easily be in there.
Josh Allen. He had
Allen or
Jameis
Brady?
Winston. Josh Allen, Jameis Winston is who he
Okay.
had. That's who he had. I remember that now. Okay, let's get into it. We'll get into 6 players that we'll kind of go through completely, and then I'll rapid fire a few at you guys. Let's start with Jared's favorite player in the NFL, Brandon Aiyuk.
I thought you were going to say Travis Fulgham.
What do you think of Aiyuk? Is he a keep? He's probably a cut.
I mean, for me, he's still a keep.
Yeah.
Just because I can't give up on him. Like, it's been disappointing. He's probably my biggest miss of the year. Like that whole Debo versus Aiyuk debate.
Me and you in that same round talking Aiyuk and Lockett.
Yeah.
Me, I thought things would kind of change. You just thought he would continue to be good. We seemed to be both wrong through 5 weeks because Lockett's just inconsistent as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of right about Lockett. Inconsistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aiyuk, I'm willing to keep him still just because the opportunity is still there. It just hasn't arrived yet.
The player card's right down here, and it shows 0 opportunity for 100 yards. I'm fine to cut him. Like, if you're picking up any of Devontae Booker, Damian Williams, or Alex Collins or Darrell Williams, like, I'm fine cutting Aiyuk to pick up those guys.
Anyone with a brain should be cutting Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. For baseball season, there's kind of those guys that you need to hold on to because you told everyone that you liked them. Yeah. Ian Happ, I know this is a football show, but I was the same way. I would die on that hill. I was still dying. He's going to be a breakout player next year for me, but you have to die on the hill, Jared. So
yep,
commend you for that.
That's fine. You do that. I think that like he's like I did see that Kittle got hurt.
Yeah, he's on IR.
He's on IR. So, I mean, this is the chance for him,
exactly.
I guess you could say. But the passing offense just, I don't know. It's all Debo, and Trey Lance just hasn't. He's not ready yet. I think he will progress. But okay, next guy, Odell Beckham Jr. The Chargers and the Browns went to play what I would probably say was maybe will be the game of the year. They scored a billion points, and Odell Beckham Jr. had 2 receptions for like 30 yards. Can we cut him? He's like 93% rostered in people's fantasy leagues, so people have him.
I'm not willing to cut him just yet. Kind of the same as Aiyuk, just because the opportunity I think is still there. He might even. I don't even want to say trade because nobody's going to trade for him. But like it's hard to cut Odell.
Yeah, I can understand like looking to see if anyone really believes in him still. I'm at a point where it's like once Landry comes back here too, like where is your optimism go? It's just not his guy. Like we're throwing the ball to Anthony Schwartz, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Njoku. We're throwing it to anyone else but him. I mean, I just think it's, again, like I said, even Kadarius Toney. If Kadarius Toney's on the wire, I'm fine dropping Odell to pick up a guy like Kadarius Toney.
I'm probably keeping him at this point. It's tough to cut him right now.
Yeah.
He's like on a week-to-week cut watch though. Like if it happens again, if he doesn't go,
I just feel like if it's not even if it happens
he
again.
needs to go like 8 for 70 for a touchdown for me to want to keep him next week.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So like unless we get a break out the wrong word.
But I feel like you would say to me like he gets 4 catches for 50 yards and you're just like, oh well, if he scored a touchdown.
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't like Odell.
Yeah, I have him in one league because I got really just kind of value wise he fell so far. I took him. So it's not really a big deal.
Where I'm at with him is if I'm making a trade with somebody and they say throw in Odell and you can get it done, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've gone both cut here, and I think I might be on the other side. Robert Tonyan.
Cut. Like he hasn't
I know.
done anything.
I'm keeping him just because it's the tight end position, and I can't afford to see him like just score 1 billion touchdowns in the next couple of games, and I'm kicking myself because I'm playing like, I don't know, I have Mike Gesicki or something like that instead. I would hold on to him just because of the tight end position.
Same reason I would keep him, because it's so thin at tight end.
I just don't think Rodgers is going to get back to that MVP form he was at last season. And if the touchdowns go down, then
this past
Tonyan's going to be the guy that gets hurt the most.
Right, agreed. You are right there. This week was ridiculous. It was like all Adams. He didn't look at anybody else.
Yeah.
Like even Lazard now with Valdez-Scantling out ran the same amount of routes, but he had 2 targets for like 9 yards.
Yeah.
Like it's all Adams. I don't understand how teams can scheme up ways to stop, guys like Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, but just every week Devontae Adams is racking up 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. Like this is the guy that's going to just be, he's just going to be the wide receiver one.
He's the only downfield threat. Like why not just put 2 guys on him?
Yeah. Okay, next, Trey Sermon. So the 49ers welcome back to Elijah Mitchell this week.
That's easy.
They didn't really run the ball too much as is with Mitchell, I'm pretty sure. Like Lance had all the rushing yards.
Yeah, I think he did like kind of decent. I think at 70 yards or something, but nothing
I'll
too
check
valuable.
while we're talking here. What do you guys think of him?
I'm going to go first. You have to cut his ass.
Yeah.
I cut him everywhere this morning. I had to start him over Myles Gaskin in a league, so that's how.
His only 2 touches came at the very end of the game.
Yeah, it's like 2 snaps, right?
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah, he had one carry.
Touch.
What makes you want to keep a guy like that? He's better
a
options.
pure backup.
Yeah.
So Jeff Wilson's also eligible to come back this week.
Yeah. That makes him even want
more
to cut him even
spendable.
more.
Yeah, so he had 9 rushes for 43 yards. Lance had 90 yards rushing.
What about through the air?
He had a couple catches. I was just looking at it. I mean, here's the thing. This is a offense where if we see injury, which like we always do, then Sermon has value. But at the same time, you can we're pretty much everyone's playing with fab budget, so I don't think you'll have to work too hard to pick him up unless like Mitchell goes down with like a season-ending injury or something like that. So I get cutting him.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang on to him just because it's the 49ers, and I'm like Jared.
Kind of the similar with Aiyuk.
I was all over Sermon preseason, and now it's hard to get off the boat on Sermon. I think this one's pretty easy, but I do want to mention it because it was someone I think we got excited about early in the waiver wire process. Tyson Williams.
Cut.
Yeah, cut.
Well, hopefully you trade him after week 1, like I said.
Avery,
but
sharp on the
sharp.
Now you cut his ass. It's easy.
So sharp. Yeah, it's just. I don't really get it. I don't know what they're going to do the rest of the year. I don't know.
How is Latavius Murray better than him? He's not.
Well, they didn't run the ball yesterday, and yeah, Murray was out there. Tyson was active and did have a couple receptions. I don't know
how can you just be a healthy scratch in the middle of the season and want to keep a guy like that
over Devonta Freeman and Latavius Murray?
But that's why you might want to keep him, because it's Devonta Freeman and Latavius Murray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why from a fantasy perspective, we think we know more than the coaches, which is the issue.
Yeah.
And the coaches running out that 3 stack of fucking running backs was disgusting.
Yeah, I was talking with some of the guys.
Offense.
I was talking with some of the guys in the Discord. I can't remember who they were talking about. They were talking about a certain player. I'm like, oh, they were talking about James Robinson, somebody who had like a dynasty trade. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Ghost Reaper who had it. But they brought up ETN. I'm like, at the end of the day, we might not like the decision and think James Robinson is great, but the coaching staff and organization told us what they think, right?
Yeah. It's just sad to see because James Robinson's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, Tyson, I'm fine. You can drop. But I mean, if you have room on your bench, like just keep him. I would keep him around just because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, if something happens where Harbaugh comes out and says, yeah, sure, he's going to be the lead back this week, but he's said that everyone should have a committee.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, last one, and then we'll rapid fire a few. Let's get to the quarterback position. Ryan Tannehill.
In 1 quarterback leagues.
Yes, of course, 1 quarterback leagues. I have him in 1 or 2 leagues, and it's just he's kind of he just is playing very replacement level, like in terms of like I could find this on type of play on the wire.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say cut for that exact reason. Like he's a streaming option at this point. If he's got a good matchup, maybe he's got Julio and AJ Brown back, I'll pick him up, play him for that week. But he's not somebody I'd be like, oh, he's a free agent in this one quarterback league. I need to go pick him up right now, no matter what his matchup is.
What do you like? You're in your league. You see him on the wire. Does that like raise your eyebrows? But like, ooh,
I think that would
roster.
Be. Yeah, I think not needs to be on my roster to be like, oh, I need to keep an eye on him for. Yeah. It's not. I'm not running to the wire to grab Ryan Tannehill at this point. Yeah. I'll probably cut him as well. It's been frustrating after how good he's been, but Julio and AJ Brown. If they're back and you see him go 320, 3 touchdowns next week, would you be surprised?
No,
not
at all.
So that's And would you him over Taylor Heineke, a guy who's like on a lot of people's wires? Obviously, right? Like, what are you really getting on the wire? The upside from some of those guys?
Because you do think of divisional. Well, they did just play the Jags, so they'll have the Jags once more, and then they'll have the Texans twice. So you can consider that those are some options to keep. I
think Derrick Henry's going to get burnt out at some point here.
You think he has to? He's had so many touches each of the past 3 years now.
I think I'm just going to not say that anymore. I'm just going to be like, this is Derrick Henry. This is him.
We know he's incredible, but he was usually incredible the second part of the
last
season.
6-8 games of the year usually. It's crazy. Okay, let's fire off. I'm going to fire off 5 here. A couple from the Discord. Darnell Mooney.
Keep.
I'm keeping him too.
Yeah, I love what he's done so far. Like his usage is right up there with Robinson. He's a little bit more explosive than Robinson. Fields has pushed the ball downfield a little bit, even though they just ran the ball a billion. I think they ran the ball 43 times this week. Leonard Fournette. I think that he's an obvious keep, maybe even a trade. Yeah, I would.
It's probably his highest value.
Yeah,
for the season.
That's why I think he's a clear trade to me.
Yeah, I do like that. Kenny Golladay.
Keep. Had to keep him at this point.
I think so too.
I am worried that if we have an offense with I know he got paid, he got the money. If we have Shepard, Tony, and him, Jones has been throwing the ball really well. So I think he can support a few guys.
Yeah.
But again, I ran into this issue last year. I ran into this issue last year where I hung on to him because it was he might be back this week, and I knew what kind of player he is, but he burned me all year because I thought I could play him, and he just never was back.
Yeah.
So I'm worried because now it's a knee injury. The dude's dealt with every injury below his waist, like growing quad, calf, knee, you name it, he's dealt with it. Probably, I don't know if he has any foot injuries in the last year, but he might have had it. So that's why I brought him up.
This just hasn't worked out for him in the Giants.
No.
He was so good in Detroit, and now it's just, he's nothing.
I mean, I think it was pretty obvious when he signed that it wasn't his best destination, but
yeah,
you wish it was going better for them.
He wants the money. I respect it. Get the money.
Why wouldn't you take it, right?
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney's that guy, though.
Yeah, he was great. Ronald Jones, I think his snap count's way down. Obvious cut for me, but
yeah.
I think he was a cut weeks ago.
If he's not on your waiver wire already, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. Last one is Van Jefferson. I think this is someone I've talked about adding. Didn't have a good week. Robert Woods finally had a big week this past week. What do we think on Van?
I'll keep him for a week.
He's he's just not somebody I feel like I'll ever want to start. Unless you see an injury to Kupp or Woods, that's the only way I'm ever starting him.
Right. I feel like Van Jefferson is the best. I don't want to call it handcuff. Yeah, but he is. If one of those guys goes down, we're talking every week start. I feel like, because he's a deep ball guy, but will run all the routes Robert Woods does at the same time. So
yeah.
But you got to know, Sean McVay said, hey, we're going to get Robert Woods the ball, and he went out and got him the ball. So.
If you see Sean McVay say we need to get Van Jefferson the ball, pick him up.
I was going to say this is this kind of is the year of coaches meaning what they say, a man of their words.
Yeah, except for Dan Campbell when he said we need to get DeAndre Swift more touches, and then the following week he didn't get more touches. I just think of Mike Williams, and then I think of Robert Woods this past week, getting the ball to their guys. All right. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment. Like I mentioned, we're getting 200 likes.
Yeah, 200 likes, and we'll give away $25 of site credit to 2 people that comment down below. Again, be sure to check out our partners over at Manscaped, and then as well, the OwnersBox 25K contest for Week 6 is live. Go check it out. Promo code Drew9. Like we mentioned, the QBs very important here with the big dogs, Josh Allen and Jameis Winston for people last week. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.